How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. Today we have a 135E MIG welder here, and we're going to be unboxing it and showing you how it works. I've never ran this machine before, but we're going to do our best to give you as much information as we possibly can so you can decide whether you want to purchase it or not. So we're going to get this guy all unboxed, and it did come boxed pretty good, but I started taking it out, and I'm not sure if they wanted an unboxing video, but guess what? I already started. I wasn't getting it back in there. Definitely packed really well in this box, and it wasn't damaged or anything either. So let's get started here. I'll get everything laid out on the table, and then we'll get you guys back in there and show you what comes with it, and we'll go over it a little bit and we'll give it a try. All right, we have everything laid out on the table that's going to come with your machine. You're going to get your welder. You're going to get a 1-pound roll of wire. This machine will also stick weld, so you got your lead for that. MIG welding, you got a lead for that. You got a wire brush here and a small hammer. It also comes with your ground wire that you'll clamp to your workpiece. The owner's manual, I would suggest reading it and understanding. I only give you the basics in these videos, so go over your owner's manual before you get started. It also gives you a small tool here and a couple extra tips and a little bowl in there. I'm not sure what that's for, but we'll get it figured out. It does come with a quick guide. This is pretty awesome to have a quick guide to go by. That way, get you started on your machine, how to set it up. If you was to happen to lose that, on the inside of this machine also has a guide in here, which helps you put your wire and everything in it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing set up. We're going to be giving it a try. I think we'll try out the stick weld a little bit, and then we'll try out the MIG, and we'll give you our opinion on how we think it works. Alright, so we have our welders set up for stick welding, and we're going to be giving it a try and just see how it works. And the best way I know to do this is trial and error, because I've never used this machine before. So we're going to set our rod in there, and then we're going to go down and we're just going to try it. Now, we may have to adjust the temperature up and down, but we'll see. We'll just give it a try, and then we'll see what happens here. I'm actually setting it in the middle. It's not maxed out, and it's not the minimum. I got it right in the middle, so we'll give it a try and just see what happens here. It looks like we need a little more heat. So actually, I turned that up. It's 111, and that thing it's burning a little hot, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it down just a little bit, about 99. Actually, that didn't do too bad. Now, I'm not a person who stick welds all the time. I used to stick weld years and years ago, but it's been a long time since I've stick welded. So we're going to give it another try here and see if we can get a little better bead out of it. It is welding, though. Oh, that was much better. It looks good. The weld actually don't look too bad for a 110 welder. Now I do have to say that the little wire brush and the hammer, I really do think that this thing is pretty much useless. I mean, it does, but man, you could get something a lot better than that. I don't like it. Actually, we put a fairly nice looking weld down there, See if I can give you a close-up shot. This here was the last weld we did, and I think it looks pretty decent. So now what I think I'm going to do, it will stick weld, and you guys seen it do it, and I think it actually does a pretty good job. I mean, for a little 110 welder. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this thing back down, and we're going to set it up for MIG welding. Now that's what I like to do. I like to MIG weld, so I think we can make a better weld with the MIG welder than the stick. Now, on the back of your machine, you'll find your switch to shut your machine off. When you set this machine up, make sure you read your instructions. You're going to switch these. This is my ground now. This is going to here. This is my ground. Now when I set it up for MIG welding, I'm going to switch this guy over, and then our MIG welder is going to come out of here, and this part over here will be our ground. And all that is reversing the polarity of this machine. So we'll get it set up, then we'll get you back in here and we'll see how it MIG welds. Alright, so we have our machine all set up for MIG welding now. And we're going to do this then basically the same. We're going to turn the machine on. We're going to give it a try. If it don't feel hot enough or if it feels too hot, we're going to adjust our dial. We're going to go ahead and start out at about 70. We'll go down to about 65 on our dial here, and we'll give it a try. And if we don't feel it's hot enough, we'll turn it up. And we'll try to get it comfortable for us. So it's all trial and error right now. Man, I have to say, for the first little weld, that looks pretty daggone good. That was, if we was doing something lightweight. I'm going to turn this up a little bit more. We're going to turn it about midway. That's 85. This will be more, maybe a thicker metal. That looks like a really good weld right there. I'm very impressed with that weld. Oh my goodness. Boy, this thing will MIG weld. Oh yeah, this is nice. That's really nice. That really looks good. I'm going to turn it up even a little bit further. We're going to do another strip. Jesus. Man, that is nice. I like this. That little welder. This little welder is doing a fantastic job. It doesn't have the pulsate like some of the other ones. Some of the other ones had that, and you could feel it in there. This thing runs smooth and it runs solid. No issues with this welder. I really like this little welder. This is, I mean, I'm not much of a stick welder, but it did stick weld, and it did pretty good. Now, I'm sure if I stick welded all the time, it'd be okay, but I don't stick weld a lot at all. More of mine's done with MIG welding, and man, I'm just very impressed with that thing and how it welds with that MIG welder. I am going to weld this little piece of metal to this because I want to see how it welds when I want to weld something to it. We're going to turn it down just a little bit to about 98 on that dial. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. All right, look at that weld. That is a nice weld. That really done a great job. Very happy with this welder. These are my stick welds and this is my MIG weld. Alright, I have to say that I'm pretty impressed with this little machine. Actually, I didn't think it was going to weld as well as it did. And the stick welding really welded nice, and the MIG welder even welded better. I'm just telling you, these are definitely nice little welders. I really like it. If you're a hobbyist and you want to do some welding in your little shop, you're working on some go-karts or lawnmowers or something like this, this thing is so light, it's unreal. I mean, I'm sure that you could plug this thing into a generator and do some welding out in the field on your tractor or your four-wheeler or trailer or something that's broke down. I don't think you'd have any issues with this thing. I think it would be a fine little welder for that kind of project. Okay, that's the welder. I think it definitely stick welded nice. I'm not the type of person that stick welds a lot. I do more MIG welding than stick welding, but I think it did a good job even though I'm not good at it. And the MIG welder, definitely, this thing will MIG weld. And it doesn't pulsate or nothing. It's a steady stream of wire going through there with no problem at all. Melting it right in. You guys seen the welds? This is definitely a pretty awesome little welder. I hope this helps somebody out there to decide whether they want to purchase a nice little affordable welder for that shop. You're working on them go-karts, or you're working on them lawnmowers or tractors or just anything around the house. This is a pretty awesome little welder. So now listen, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below. If you're looking for an affordable welder, go down there and check this welder out. You've seen it work. Really a steady weld, not an issue one with this thing. So I would like to tell everyone thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Till next time.